would like to introduce you Lior and Chen. Though Chen, I just met briefly because Lior was our resident artist. You can ask, how come that a girl from Israel decides to stay here in Hungary? Lior, please.
That's the question. So the answer is very simple. My boyfriend studies here medicine, so I moved here to be with him, and meanwhile I got to find my own interests and places like L1.
Why did you apply?
I applied initially because I think the application was like 2 months after I arrived to Hungary, and it was important for me. Like, I didn't know anyone, and I tried to look before, like, for people who know someone in the dance scene in Hungary, and no one knew anyone. And then there was this open call of Artist Association, and I thought it's a great way for me to meet people and interact and maybe find collaborations.
Yeah, and then you decided to be a member. I'm still curious if we could serve your beat until now.
I think the first year especially it was much more important, obviously. This year I'm still a bit questioning also. For me, I think it's always good, like I've been collaborating with a few members of the association already, and it's a way for me to keep this going and be a part and get to know new things in Hungary, especially that I don't speak Hungarian at all.
Yes.
So yet, maybe soon I know a bit more words. But for now, yeah, it's very helpful, I think, in this manner.
And you are traveling a lot, actually. Also, this year was really busy.
Yes.
And as far as I have seen, somehow you have a special relationship to duet formats. Am I right?
I know. I'm trying to escape it. Actually, right now I'm also working on another new duet. I don't know, when I start to create a work, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do 3 people, I'm going to do 5 people, and somehow it ends in duos. I hope the next work will be maybe something different.
And how did you meet Chen? Can you just give a hint about your relationship?
Sorry?
Just give a hint about your relationship.
Actually, we was born in the same village. Like, we grew up in the same place in Israel, small village in the north of Israel. And we know each other from school, also dance school and also school.
School?
Regular
Dance school.
Yeah. So we've been together in the same area, also in Israel, also in the north, also with the same teachers, I feel. And this influenced us a lot. Like, we grew up in the same place, so yeah, it connects us from like many things. We just know it like now.
And I think besides studying together, what is special for us is that we really kept the relationship, and along all the years, doesn't matter if Chen lives in Tel Aviv and me in Jerusalem, and wherever each of one of us like travels, then all the time like the relationship is very close. Mm-hmm. And after we haven't been dancing together for 6-7 years since high school graduation, we found this moment that we can come together. We both had like this gaps in time, and we thought it's the right time to make this happen.
And am I right that you were working on this piece also in a residence?
Yes, we were invited to residency in Croatia in a place called Svetvinčanac, something like that.
Small village, small.
Yeah, it's a very tiny village, like almost 200 people. It was really magical. We were there for almost 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. And we had the studio just for ourselves, and it was a beautiful, beautiful place. And it really pushed our creation to what you saw now.
Is it now a final break or you
No, I think at the moment for this performance and the work in progress we had before in Israel, we wanted to do something that is shorter also that can fit to the L1 idea of up to 20 minutes. But every time we rehearse, we already think about our next ideas and how we want to develop. So I think, yeah, we do want to make it a bit longer, maybe 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
We see.
But do you have already an exact plan how you would?
No, I think in general, especially after the work in progress, we had a lot of people who are reflecting that each part can be a bit to deepen it and to make a bit longer the parts. And then we have also a few new ideas, but we won't tell you now. You have to come next time to see us.
Before I open the discussion, I just want to point out that, of course, I loved your dance.
Thank you.
But I really enjoyed to see the costumes. How did you find it? The colors, the fabric?
Yeah. So we decided one day, today we go to the shopping mall in Israel and we tried all the ugliest stuff in all the stores.
In vacation time in Israel, it's like full of people in the mall and you just cannot see anything, but we just went through this and
Yeah, so actually this shop that we found the clothes, I was saying it at the beginning, that maybe we will find there. And we went to the shop and we tried out these clothes and we loved the fabric. This is what we liked about it really, and how it moves. But then the shirts were completely white. And we thought we have to have some color in this atmosphere. So Chen's mother is a clothes designer, fashion designer, and she painted the shirts for us.
Actually, me and her together, we just put them inside of a big bowl with hot water, and we chose the color together. And I learned how to do it. Now I can teach you also. Yeah, it was super nice. Thank you.
How do those sports stay?
It's like physiotherapists use, and
yeah, it's like very easily come down.
But a lot of time to cut the words.
So this is also a preparation, like the soul and the body.
Yeah, very much.
Like cutting the spots and the...
Lior did it, I have to say. She was like,
I did all of them.
I have a cigarette now, like I need after this.
No, it's not easy to write.
I would like to open the possibility to add your thoughts, and as we heard that they are still working on the piece, so any kind of input could be helpful, I guess. No?
Sure.
Either it's a question or just you share. I don't even want to say too much.
I wanted to ask, why did you choose a specific song with words? Like maybe there's some kind of meaning for you, or like why these words? Because words are very strong for you.
Why the words on us?
No, I mean the words in the song. Why did you choose this song in the middle?
Interesting question. I heard this song in a TV show and I really liked it, and I looked on YouTube and I downloaded the song, and then we met for our first rehearsal
In Gaton, it's
in a
small
kibbutz,
kibbutz,
and it was just really fun and really inspiring, and it's true we had a bit of questions, maybe we should take care of the words or treat them, but at the end part of our attitude is our attitude, like of this poker face of not really relating to what is. Sometimes it makes sense what we do with the words and sometimes not. This is my answer.
No. I need to think, like maybe in 1 week from now I can answer.
So you should change the context.
Call me. Yeah.
And
work, or what inspired you, or what was your idea that we did see? If you can tell us a little bit more about it.
So a part of all of this thing, of this moment that we find to create together, we thought about our relationship and what really brought us to this moment and where we came from. And we started to look on movements we were doing as young adults, teenagers. And we started to research into the movement, and we thought how we can break them apart and put them together, deconstruct, and really to see how we can flatten it as much as we can and how we can expand it to the other direction. So this was the physical research, I think.
I think I can add something that I realized after. Like after our first show in Israel, I realized that after a long time that we didn't saw each other, something is very familiar, even if I don't see her for 10 years, 2 years, 2 months, 2 days. I always come back to this feeling of home. So what we tried to do is come back like to the physical home of us, and then to recreate it. Like, what is home for us? It's a big word, yes, but we feel with each other like very easy, very homey, very casual. We can find ourselves together and then apart, but it doesn't matter. So we tried to focus like on what is small home, what is big one, what is, yeah, this was the feeling in a big way.
I would like to ask you something that just now I realized when you were talking about this poker face thing. And watching also the quality of the movement from where you are moving and how often do you use mirror for creation?
Only the first rehearsal we had a mirror, but then in Svet Janet, when we did most of our work, there was no mirror in the studio. Why you ask?
Because with this poker face, you have the tendency to not watch out, but to keep the connection very frontal. But I didn't feel from the movement what I usually feel when a piece was created with the help of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So, positive. I was just curious if you use the mirror to control or just to get an impression, or you just get into the mood even if you are facing to the front.
Yeah, I think it's really just the mood, and I think it also reflects our our general attitude and. Yeah.
One more? If anybody would like to add? Yes?
Maybe with the words, because I love the show very much, so thank you for that. Sometimes the secret, what you are going to show in the end, you can see it, like something is there, what is there. And one hand you can feel like as an audience, like, oh, I'm curious what is there written, but maybe the secret can be a bit better if somehow, I know with the movement it just goes up and down, but I don't know if you know that for sure, that sometimes it's here or in the up.
You're completely right. And last time it didn't show, and today after we put the stickers we noticed that it's seen under, but it was too late to fix it, so we're sorry, but we hope.
Do it this way as well, because I'm even more curious in the middle of the show what is written there. So both ways are good.
Thank you. We will have to decide for next time. Yeah, maybe it's interesting if you see a bit, but it wasn't our first intention.
Kate, and thank you for the performance and good luck for continuing it. Thank you. And we will continue actually in the 4th stage here. And afterwards we will have the discussion also in that space. So we just slowly find a way, and thank you.